Hi, and welcome back to Wade and Tracy's Adventures. We are on our way to Kissimmee Prairie Preserve State Park, just north of Okeechobee, Florida. If you're contemplating camping at this park, if you'll stay till the end, there's a link to another video where we did a campground review and gave you some more details about all the various camping options. When we first entered the state park and saw the sign, we knew not to get too excited because we had to travel over 4 miles on a dirt road before we got to the ranger station and the campgrounds. Thankfully, the roads were in good shape and we didn't have any issues. Once we arrived, we went into the ranger station to check in. We found some interesting information about the park and all of the animals and wildlife that you'll see while you're here. We had made reservations for the equestrian campground, even though we don't have a horse, but that was all that was available when we made the reservations, and we were very pleased with Site 28 here. We were under some beautiful old oak trees, and there was quite a bit of separation in between campsites. One of our favorite activities while we're camping is riding our bikes. Luckily, this park has many miles of hard-packed shell road that was very conducive to bike riding. About halfway back towards the entrance of the park, we found a road that went to the left and back into some trees that looked pretty interesting, so we decided to try that out. Even though this is a dry prairie, we found some water on both sides of this road, which turned out to be a road that led to a cattle farming lease at the north end of the state park. There was water on both sides of the road, and a little further up we found these culverts going underneath the road, and we went out and took a look and found a number of alligators out there. Some were small and others were quite large, probably 8 or 9 feet in length. Yep. You see that little one go under? I walked out onto one of the culverts to get a better look and attracted the attention of one of the larger alligators. Here he's approaching and trying to get a better look at what might be his dinner later on. Yep. This fellow was really quite fixated on looking at me, and after a while I started to get a little concerned, so we decided to move on. I'm 4 feet above him on this culvert. I don't think he could get up here. I found it interesting that this bird that was wading through the marsh grass a mere feet from the alligator didn't seem to attract the least bit of attention. We were told that you could go through this gate, however we decided to turn around and head back. If you'll look closely, just to the right of the center of this video, you'll see some deer. There were about 4 of them out there, and in a moment they'll start to move and it'll be a little easier to spot them. I'm really not sure what type of bird this was. It kind of resembled a vulture to me. It had a red head, but it was quite large, and it was very graceful as it took off and flew away. Just past our campsite at the edge of the equestrian campground is the Prairie Loop Trail. This is just one of over 100 miles of marked trails in this state park. Well, I came out here with the specific purpose of finding some turkeys, and I have hit the mother lode. Look at that big old bird over there. Our good friend Tim, who calls himself a carpenter, makes sure we are supplied with plenty of scrap wood for our campfires, but candidly, he is more of an artist. Quite talented. If you want to see some of his beautiful creations there, you can check him out on Instagram or Facebook. The highlight of our visit was the Stargazing. Kissimmee Prairie Preserve is a certified dark sky park, and here is a time lapse of the sunset as we anxiously await the evening so we can see some beautiful skies. We hope you enjoyed this video, and again, if you're contemplating staying here, then by all means click on this other video with our campground review.